And my brother said something that stuck with me forever. And he said, listen, he said, if you move everybody that is in London to Nigeria, and you move everybody in Nigeria into London, he said, Nigeria will become London, and London will become Nigeria. Did you get the message? Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Summer, and to all of you that keep coming back, hello and welcome back. Quick reminder, if you've never subscribed, just to remind you to click that red button there that says subscribe, and after that click the bell sign. That way you get a notification whenever I upload a new video. Now, in today's video, I actually wanted to make a video where we can hopefully have a conversation about the coming election, your thoughts. Specifically, I want to talk about Sowore. I've made a video about him before, and in that video I spoke specifically about his age. So people feel like he's too young and all of that, and I made it clear that I do not believe that he's too young. Like, Obama was 47. A lot of president of Ireland is actually younger than him. There are a lot of presidents in the world are like 30s. There are a lot of young presidents in the world, and I made in that video I was talking about how it's only when you come to Nigeria you find that our ancestors are still in power. So I don't think his age, I don't think his age is an issue. I think it's very Nigerian thing to be looking at age. We have grown up in this culture of respect elders, that sometimes we forget that even the younger generation have something to contribute. I personally think that we need fresher people and we need younger people. A lot of the old people, I personally feel like they've been there too. Like, a lot of the old people, in my opinion, they're kind of out of tune. This is 2018. I feel like they're out of tune. this is a new generation. This is a new age. We need fresh minds to take us anywhere in that country. That's how I feel. I feel like we need fresh minds, to take us to a fresh place. But when you come on Facebook and you see conversations, I don't know too much about Sowore, but my thing is, I'm in favor of trying something new. And if you look at our politicians, a lot of people, look at our politicians, we have to get to a point where we should get tired of recycling failures. People that have already failed us before are still in power, and they're still like going from one office to the next office, and they're just going around the circles. There's nothing fresh happening. Do you know what I mean? I feel like we should look towards fresh people, younger generation, fresh ideas to take us to a fresh place. But at the same time, what do I know? When it comes to politics will not be my strong point, honestly. It's not my strong point. But when you come on Facebook and you hear so many conversations, there's so much conversation going on Facebook. You hear people say things like, oh, he's too young to be there. He has no. Some people say things like he has no experience. Some people say things like, oh, he can never make it. Oh no, it's never gonna happen. There's no way he's gonna be president of the country. I don't like this pessimism about things like this. People that are quickly to I think we should open our minds. I'm not making this video to impose my thoughts or whatever on you, but I really want to speak about, we should start rethinking our thinking. Don't close the chapter even before it's open. I never say never. A revolution can happen. It can happen. It only takes people voting and voting right. I actually wanted to use this opportunity to tell us, the new generation, those people that sell their, those people that sell their votes, that somebody comes to your village and dash you people 1 kg of rice and everybody decides to vote for them. You're selling your future, in the sense that somebody gave you 1 cup of rice and you vote for them, and then you're going to be without rice for the next 4 years or maybe next 8 years or whatever. Why don't you vote correctly? Hopefully somebody that's going to make sure that you're going to have rice for the rest of your life, is there. Because some people think the solution of your problem is somebody dash you a cup of rice. No. What we actually need is somebody that's going to make it possible for people to be able to provide rice for themselves. Unfortunately, people don't realize these things. They are quick to sell their votes. I see comments like "Take it back" campaign. I actually like the slogan "Take it back" because I also believe that it's about time the new generation take it back. It's been in the power of our elders for too long. That's how I feel. That's how I feel about it. I think it's about time we actually take power back. I like that slogan. And some people say something about Sowore. I think you have not watched my old video. I will try and link it in the description box below. A video that I've made about Sowore in the past, and at the moment, I have to say, if I was voting, I don't live in Nigeria, I would vote for him. Let me tell you why I would vote for him. I would vote for him because I just want something different. I just want something different. I honestly wants something different, whether he will do the job right or wrong, we will never know, or else we try. The truth is this: the people that are in power, that have been in power for centuries, we already know their track record. We already know that they're going to do the exact same things they've done before. You find somebody trying to, somebody that's trying to get elected into an office, and they will promise you heaven on earth, and you think to yourself, you were there before, you didn't do anything. You were there 10 years ago. You were there 5 years ago, you didn't do anything. How are you going to do it now? Think about all the people that have promised us, constant electricity, but it never happened. And then they're promising it to you for next time, but they didn't do it the last time. It's possible for us to think that this will never happen in Nigeria. Nigeria can never be the country we want it to be. Nigeria can never be great. Nigeria can never. It's easy to think like that, but I can tell you that I believe Nigeria can be great. As a kid growing up in Nigeria, my first experience of what is possible in Nigeria, my personal experience, was when Marwa was the governor of Lagos State. There was so much Marwa did for Lagos State that I never knew was possible. A lot of us did not know was possible. Marwa brought Operation Sweep, and people in Lagos started sleeping with two eyes closed. And other states copied. I remember there was Operation Ballet, Operation Wage. A lot of you that are old enough will remember all of these things. Marwa made it possible. My sister worked for Lagos State government, but Marwa made it possible for civil servants to have free bus travel to work and back. A lot of people did not know that was possible. A lot of roads were fixed. There was so much Marwa did in his time. I'm not coming here to say he was perfect, but Marwa did a lot of things. Even in my eyes as a young girl, I was amazed, like, wow, this can happen in Nigeria. This can happen in Nigeria. And my sister used to praise him and talk about, oh my goodness, look at what Marwa did for us. Their salaries were paid on time. Remember, Marwa brought a law that said landlords couldn't take rent of more than 6 months. There was so much Marwa did, and it showed us a lot of things that were possible. What we need is fresh minds to take us to a fresh place. Ones that I had with my brother, and I went to visit Nigeria, and we're having a conversation. I can't actually remember what we're talking about, and my brother said something that stuck with me forever. And he said, listen, he said, if you move everybody that is in London to Nigeria, and you move everybody in Nigeria into London, he said, Nigeria will become London, and London will become Nigeria. Did you get the message? He said, I'll say it one more time. He said, if you move everybody that is in London to Nigeria, and you move everybody that's in Nigeria to London, London will become Nigeria, and Nigeria will become London. What he was basically saying is this: Nigeria is in the state that it is because of the mentality of the people. And that is the truth. It is not the piece of land that is the problem. It is not the atmosphere or the piece of land that we live in. It is not the piece of land that we live on that is the problem. A country is its people. A big part of a people is their mentality. It is our mentality that is killing that country. We need fresh minds to change that country. Basically, if you bring the government of London to Nigeria, and you take the Nigerian government to London, London will become Nigeria, and Nigeria will become London. It takes the people to change the country. We really have to start getting to the point where we tell ourselves that enough is enough. There has to be a change somewhere. There are times we wonder, would the change ever come? Like, let me be honest with you. From comments that I've seen on my channel, and personally, I can say that a lot of Nigerians abroad will go back to Nigeria within the blink of an eye if Nigeria was different. If there was security, constant electricity, good roads, and some of those basic things that human beings need, a lot of Nigerians would go back. A lot of Nigerians abroad are fed up of living abroad. A lot. But they don't go back because they are used to this comfortable, simple life, comfortable, organized society. Let's be honest, that is what it is. So many Nigerians leave Nigeria and go abroad, and they are achieving amazing things for these foreign countries. They are enriching these countries with their skills and all their abilities. The brain drain happening is going to continue if things do not change. I wanted to make this video and say, let's actually have a conversation. What is your take on this? Do you believe in the idea of giving a fresh mind, a fresh person, you know, a chance? You know, and if you don't live in Nigeria or you live in Nigeria, would you be comfortable to vote for someone like Sowore? Would you? If yes, why? If not, why not? Let's actually have a conversation. Who do you think is the best candidate right now to vote for? And if you agree with me that it's about time we give a fresh mind a chance, you know, let me know. Just say what you think. You know, I didn't want to come here and make a video and say vote for Sowore or whatever. Like I said, politics would be my weak point. Like, I wouldn't know too much about politics and stuff like that. But I decided to make a video and make it an open conversation. Let's actually have these conversations. You may think it doesn't concern you, but your generations to come is going to concern them. There are a lot of Nigerians abroad that would love to take their children back home so that their children can be part of the country they come from, but they can't go back because of the way the state of the country is at the moment. The thing is, how do we find the solutions? What are the solutions? What in your opinion is actually the cause of the problems in the country? What do you think is the way out of the problems of the country? So I just thought I should come and make this video here and say, let's actually table Sowore opinion. What are your thoughts about Sowore? Feel free to leave your comments. Let's have a conversation about this. At the end of the day, let's not forget, Nigeria is our country and the future of Nigeria is at stake. And with that, I'm just going to say thank you all for watching. Until the next time. Bye.
It's goodbye, friends, and goodbye.